So, hey, this is Sean Wickens with a very loose open mic slash variety show, and we have more people who are going to show up later, I'm sure. Right now, I have Sean Taylor and Constance Cooper. How are you both? Thanks for being here.
We're fine. If I had any more thumbs, but you know,
Oh yeah,
this is
sure.
it. This is it.
Thank you
Um,
for having us, Sean.
Yeah, Constance, you're a piano player. Would more thumbs help you, or would they get in the way? Is that
well,
a
thumbs are very good for what thumbs do. They
Hmm.
don't do everything, but any extra, anything extra would be good. Nothing extra would get in my way,
Yeah,
and I think in many aspects of life, you need more arms and hands than you have. And I fault evolution for this
Hmm.
because we're not well evolved. We don't have enough limbs.
Well,
So,
I suppose that's why we depend on each other for things. Maybe.
oh yeah, yeah. I think. Do you want to come over and add? See, here's the keyboard,
Yes.
and the other one's down here. Would you like to come and play one of the keyboards while?
Would I, would I like to?
Yeah, you
I
could.
can't. I don't know how to play. Um,
That we could work that out.
yeah.
We could do that.
Um, Sean. The other Sean is coming to us from Las Vegas.
Hey, hey.
We both have space
Hey,
backgrounds, and we're both named Sean. All very coincidentally.
You're in Las Vegas like forever, or are you coming? Is that where
I'm
you live?
sheltering here with my in-laws
Aha, aha, aha. So
No,
you've
no.
been there since what? Like March?
since May. I was in New
Right.
York for the first couple of months, and then
Yeah.
we've been here and with one-way ticket. So I'm looking forward to coming back to New York. I
Wow.
do miss the
Yeah.
city.
Uh huh.
Hey, how's it going? Ooh, I don't hear audio yet. Is this Priya?
Oh,
Yeah, there she is. Priya Bluntz. Hey, how's it going?
Yes. Going good. How are you guys?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Hi. I'm Constance.
Hi, Constance. Nice to meet. I love your scarf.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you got it. You look nice and comfortable, but it's cold here in the apartment.
Oh yeah, I have my oven on.
That'll yeah.
So I'm actually trying to gas myself out. I'm
Uh,
just kidding.
Oh yeah.
I'm just cooking dinner.
that's a great generic background. Very very recognizable.
It's Windows XP. If you guys
Yeah, yeah.
remember that.
It's good.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Sherry just got here as well. This is just sort of like the quick hangout prior to the performance stuff. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Oh, geez, everybody. Okay, we've got a lot of people here now. This is good. Everybody,
Super.
were you both waiting to see that other people were here before you came here, or you just got here when you got here? There's no
Kind
wrong
of
answer.
just got here.
I
Got
just
here.
Okay.
yeah, I just crashed.
Oh, okay. Good. Oh, all right. Let's see. Tom Achilles is. Hey, what's up, Tom?
Hey, how's it going? Good to
Good.
see you, John.
Yeah. Good to see you and everybody. In case I didn't tell everybody. Um, all right. Well, we have enough people here for now an open mic performance slash variety show slash whatever you are hoping to do. Does anybody want to go first?
I'm happy to. If I'm happy to.
Oh, nice. Oh, Sean Taylor, everybody. Uh, Sean, you can. I'm going to spotlight your video, and you can. Everyone else is welcome to hang out and listen and watch and laugh. And when you're done, you can just say when you're done, or if you go too long, I'll just jump in.
All right, I'm just going to tell a story about grape juice.
Oh, okay, great. Give it up for Sean Taylor, everybody, from Vegas.
Woo.
Ooh.
So, as a 9-year-old, I loved fruit juice. I was from a big family though, so our fruit juice was typically from frozen concentrate. Whether it was orange juice or grape juice, I distinctly remember that if you drank the last of it, you had to make the next one. So making the next one consisted of grabbing a can from the freezer, peeling the seal off the top, dumping the concentrate into the recently emptied pitcher, adding 3 full cans of water, and then stirring it until the concentrate had dissolved into the water evenly. The whole process probably would take less than 2 minutes, but it was a chore, and so I avoided it as much as possible. The rule in the house was that as long as there was at least one glass remaining in the pitcher, you didn't have to make any more. The flip side of this meant that if it was a new pitcher of grape or orange juice that was in the fridge, you could drink all you wanted without the risk of having to make any more. Well, one day before my Cub Scout meeting, I drank the last of the grape juice. Whoever had left the pitcher before me did a superb job, because I remember pouring it into my glass, like right up to the brim, like all right up to the very, very top. Well, that meant that like it was my turn to make the pitcher. My mom told me though that we were leaving in 5 minutes, so I didn't have much time. I reluctantly grabbed a can of frozen grape juice concentrate from the freezer, emptied it into the pitcher, stirred in 3 cans of water, and the next batch was good to go. A whole new pitcher of the purple stuff was ready to go. And I wanted it. But in order to drink the new stuff, I had to finish my current cup of the last batch. So, and it was almost time for my mom to take me to my Cub Scout meeting also. So I drank it as fast as I could. I have no doubt I wore a purple mustache of a kid who chugged an entire glass of grape juice. But with my cup empty, I was able to fill up another glass of the new batch all the way up to the brim again. On cue, my mom entered the kitchen and said, "We're leaving," and I could bring my juice with me in the car. And so I did. I remember driving with my head out the window of the front passenger side of our family van on the way to the Cub Scouts that day. The breeze felt real great against my face, and I also had my second glass of grape juice, which I was balancing in my hand so I wouldn't spill. Nice weather, good juice, and I was about to meet up with my Cub Scout friends. Life was good. The den leader's house was about a 10-minute drive away, giving me just enough time to finish that second delicious cup of purple perfection before we arrived. My mom dropped me off out front where most of my den was playing basketball until everyone arrived and the meeting would begin. They invited me to play, and so I joined them. It was fun. I made a few shots, I missed a few shots, and ran around chasing the ball as a typical mediocre 9-year-old basketball player might do. But then I felt this weird feeling in my stomach. I wasn't sure if I was having a heart attack or if I broke something inside myself playing basketball, but I knew it wasn't good. My friend who lived at the house could tell that something was wrong and brought me inside to his mom, our den leader. She was talking to her friend in the living room when she noticed me come in the front door. "What's wrong?" she said. "I don't feel well," I responded and held onto my stomach. The look of concern on her face instantly turned into shock as she saw me clutch my stomach. She began pointing and motioning for me toward the white carpeted hallway. "The bathroom is at the end of the hall," she yelled. I didn't have to use the bathroom. It was my stomach that hurt, but something about her mentioning the bathroom reminded me of when I felt this way before, and it wasn't good. Then my stomach remembered it too. I was instantly nauseated. I turned toward the direction of the hallway and began to run. "Go, go!" I could hear her yell from behind me. This hallway was probably 20 feet long, but it felt like an entire city block. Thank goodness nothing was in my path. The only thing between me and the toilet was about 15 feet now of pristine, clean white carpet. If I could just make it a few more strides, but nope. I felt it coming up in my throat. I held my hands in front of my mouth, but it was too much. Some vomit escaped. It was such a violent ejection that I fell to the ground and let loose another full expulsion of purple regurgitation. It went everywhere. I continued towards the door at the end of the hallway on my hands and knees as I discharged another barrage of purple on the white carpet below. Finally, I reached the bathroom door, swung it open, and just as my gut spasmed again, spewing forth more on the white bathroom rug beneath me. In the instant following, I located the toilet, lifted the lid, aimed, and nothing. I was empty. I stood over the toilet for like a minute in case there was going to be an aftershock, but none came. Instead, a profound sense of relief came over me that maybe I wasn't going to die. That terrible feeling in my stomach was gone. Sean, your mother is coming to pick you up, I heard the den leader say from behind me. I'm feeling better now, I said. I think I can stay. Oh no, she said, very pointedly, you're going home. I could tell she was mad at me and wanted me gone, so I didn't respond. Besides, who wants to hang around here anyway? This place smells like vomit. That's my story.
Yay. Great work. All right.
Woo.
Anybody have any follow-up questions for Sean?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. How
The
you,
follow-up question is, how am I doing?
Yes.
Well, I'm better now. I mean, the Cub Scouts was about 30 years ago, so
yeah.
I've adjusted.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for asking, Constance.
oh yeah.
Great follow.
Do you still drink a lot of grape juice?
No, it's like whatever happened, and also why was it so purple? Like I do like grape juice. I like wine. Wine is definitely a darker color, but like or the red wine, I suppose. But remember, was it just me, or did you guys also have that stuff, that purple, frozen concentrate? You just chunk it
Like
in
the Welch's. Like
yeah, it was Welch's. Yeah.
Yep.
That was the exact stuff. It's so purple.
What's up, Kevin? Who just got here? What's up?
What's up, baby girl? How you doing?
Yeah. Good. Oh, and there's Josh too. Hey, you're not on the train. You said you were going to be on the train.
I said I was going to be running train.
Oh. Okay. All right. My bad.
No, I just got here. How are you? Nice to see you.
Good.
Hi.
All right, Valerie's here too. All right, so now, we've got a full house. Thanks for your story, Sean.
Thank you, Sean, for having me.
Yeah. Does anybody, and you're welcome to stay, of course. Does anybody need to go next? Does anybody have to go next? Let's have Tom. Just because I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. How's it going, buddy? Oh man, I have an unplugged microphone in, but this feels more like a stand-up club.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like this is good. Should I don't know. If I plug it in, will it be too much? Will it overwhelm Zoom? I don't know.
I say do what feels natural for you.
Okay. I think this feels natural, but we're gonna make it a little more natural, if you know what I'm saying. We're gonna make it does that giving feedback? Do you hear that?
No, I think you're good.
Good?
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Great. Well, welcome to Stoner Morning Show. My name's Tom Achilles. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and just really depresses me. We see people rioting in the streets, fighting. We have crazy leadership, hopefully on the way out. But I just I've been sitting under my covers late at night, really just sad, depressed, and sometimes I'll wake up at 2 a.m. and I'll just be like, whose line is it anyway? It's the only thing that makes me happy. Colin Mockery fans out there. Recently tested positive for Ancestry.com. Yeah. Turns out I'm 20% Italian, 15% Irish, and 100% fucked because the government has my DNA. It's my mother call.
All right.
It's the best part of waking up. It's Folgers in your cup. Hey, Andrew Folgers Dice Clay. That's the joke. That's the one. That was Folgers Dice Clay. Everybody, Folgers Dice Clay. Google, what's a guillotine? Not to be confused with a Gia adult. The guillotine is an amateur blade that's been chopping heads for 13 to 19 years. Google, what's a Gia adult? Not to be confused with a Guinean citizen. A Gia adult is a fully grown slicer responsible for mutilating wrongdoers in the town square. Google, what's a Guigneur citizen? Not to be confused with Guigneur Sid is dead. A Guigneur citizen is an elderly ex-killer that lives on the pension of rust and cracks. Google, what happens if a guillotine accidentally executes a tourist? Not to be confused with guillotines that malfunction, chop their way into cabins, and murder innocent campers. A guillotine that unjustly executes is put in a guillotine itself. Wait, Google. Are you saying that a guillotine can chop another guillotine? Not to be confused with Gia on Gia crime. A guillotine sentenced to death, indeed, has its blade chipped away by a fella Gia. Google, how are guillotines sentenced to death? Not to be confused with sentenced to Gethard. Guillotines that don't look like Chris Gethard are routinely put on Geth Row and injected with corrosive elements. Google, what the fuck are you talking about? Not to be confused with Ed Gein. An Ed Guillotine excavates corpses from local cemeteries and fashions them as trophies. Google, I'm not asking about, not to be confused with Washington crossing the guillotine. Washington's Crossing sits 50 yards east of the original site where George Slicerton dropped the medal on some Hessian forces. Does my computer have a virus? Not to be confused with voodoo, but now you are under my control. What? No! You just sliced my neck! Not to be confused with choking. Your neck is now sliced by a guillotine itself. The blood leaving your body is proof that the slicing is good. Not to be confused with your typical gargling are signs that you're down to your last breath. What? Am I in the afterlife? Not to be confused with the regular life. You are now in heaven. Well, it's about Gia time that joke is ending. There you go. It's the end. Oh, thank you. Can you guys hear this? Can you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's like a CSI scream. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is I'm doing a show in like a couple weeks, and it's a nautical themed show. So here's some nautical themed puns that are going to be interspliced with some CSI Miami. I think hopefully these are fun. What is this? Atlantis Comedy Club? No, it's a crime scene. 11 dead pirates sprawled out across the gymnasium. Guess this serial killer was really into planking. Well. 15 lobsters slaughtered at their home in their beds. Guess this murderer really barged in. 800 dead sea urchins scattered about the ocean floor. Guess this murder plot was a Titanic success. That's a new joke. It's a new one. What else we got here? Oh yeah, I just had a baby. Just had a kid. Which is
Oh,
pretty cool.
congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I have a son. It's pretty great. My son's first words were Epstein didn't kill himself. kids' first words. My kids' last words were, "I didn't kill myself." So I'm currently under investigation. I did not kill my son. Please do not watch the Dateline that's coming at me. Again, I did not murder my son. Thank you. It definitely did not murder my son. What else we got here? I like playing video games. Anybody else? Anybody likes video games? I think my favorite video game is NBA 2K, right? NBA 2K, but I hope I die soon so that I am not alive for NBA 3K, because that shit's gonna be racist. Somebody wake me up at NBA 4K so I can play in the year 4000 where everything looks good and it's not racist. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, that actually reminds me. This is my impression of white comedians 10 years ago. What's the deal with airplane food? This is my impression of white comedians today. What's the deal with, hey, what's up? I'm racist. That's a pretty good impression. You guys clearly, you get it. You guys clearly understand. So that's great. You know what, Sam? I think. Well, why don't we end? Let's. I just called you Sam. I'm sorry, Sean.
No, that's fine.
But Sean runs a great mic here. So give it up for Sean, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Well, give it up for everybody. I don't want to take all the credit. Thank you, Tom. Tom, I don't want to out you in any way, but is that the room you grew up in?
It is. This is my childhood room.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I am back in PA, chilling.
Well, it looks very normal and picturesque and, very American.
You know me, an American boy.
Yeah. All right, let's keep this going, and Priya Blunts is next.
Yes. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
What's up, everybody? I'm Priya Blunts. I actually just got over having COVID. Just got over it. I got COVID 3 weeks ago, but my husband kept trying to convince me that it was probably just a cold, as husbands do. I don't know if anybody here is married, but yeah, according to him, I haven't had a fever in 10 years. So I think the moment when we realized that I definitely had COVID is when I couldn't smell anymore. So he did this great experiment where he just grabbed a bunch of stuff from around our apartment for me to smell, candles and sauces. And, he kept trying to convince me that I probably couldn't smell those things because I'm a smoker and the smells are probably just too subtle. But then I grabbed his weed and I took a huge whiff. And I couldn't smell it at all. So in that moment, he actually had to admit that I had COVID or admit that his weed wasn't that stinky. So that's the moment when he was like, yeah, you have COVID. You can't smell my weed. So I've obviously had a ton of time to just sit around and watch way too much TV. So I don't know if anybody's been on Amazon recently, but one of the new things that they just released was a documentary that they released in 2019 about September 11th to help younger generations learn what happened that day. And I think that's the moment I realized I'm fucking old. I'm pretty sure me, everyone else here, was sentient during 9/11, not just alive, but forming memories. I'm sure all of us watched all the adults around us just cry and freak out and buy a lot of batteries for months. 1 minute my mom would be crying and the only thing that cheered her up was a pack of AA. And being 9 years old, you're what the fuck is the correlation? Mom is weird. I remember hearing the words terrorism over and over and over again. I actually did a book report about terrorism in the 4th grade, which, realizing now that probably wasn't so great being one of the only brown kids in class. I didn't have a lot of self-awareness in the 4th grade. But it wasn't just terrorism. We also heard the words weapons of mass destruction like all the time. And like now we just say it so casually. We're just like, yeah, weapons of mass destruction. Like it's a crunch wrap from Taco Bell. Like I'll take a large fries, some weapons, large fries, some weapons of mass destructions, and a Coke, please. But like I don't think any of us has actually taken the time to like really think about those words for a second. Just like weapons of mass destruction. Like that's fucking heavy. Like that's really fucking heavy for a 9-year-old to hear over and over. Like that's like paying for a second checked bag because the first one's overweight heavy. Like that's like all I ate from McDonald's for 30 years heavy. That's like my sister might actually be my mother heavy. Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of fucking TV. I watched the last season of The Crown only because Princess Diana was on it. Well, not actually her, obviously, but like, you know, it was a reenactment of Princess Diana. And something that crossed my mind was like, you know, she would go to all these public engagements and people would just be screaming, "Princess die, princess die." Do you think the universe was just like, are y'all sure about this? Okay, whatever you say. Yeah, another thing that definitely crossed my mind was like, do you think the Queen and Margaret Thatcher ever scissored? Like they definitely scissored like a few times. Like they had all these like private meetings and they were both these like these bad bitches that were like totally disinterested in their husbands, and they just poured all this like sexual tension into their work until they met each other. I really do feel like they've definitely scissored a few times. And some of these aren't really jokes, they're really just musings. You know what I always wondered? Like, you ever seen like a baby crying in a movie? Like, what do they do to that baby to make it cry on command? Like, what are they doing to this baby? It just really makes me wonder. Like, that baby looks legitimately upset. There's no way an 8-month-old is that great of an actor. Something else I wondered, it feels like pedophiles usually tend to be like men in their 40s and 50s, which really makes me wonder, like, what the fuck goes on in your 30s? And I'm definitely not looking forward to my 30th birthday. What else? Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking a lot about the holidays. You know, the holidays are coming up, and it really made me start thinking about like what my Thanksgiving was like as a child. Yeah, so like I'm Indian, so like we don't really celebrate Christmas, but we do celebrate Thanksgiving, but we also don't celebrate Thanksgiving the way most people do. It's like growing up, how we celebrated Thanksgiving was that we would go to sleep really early on Thursday night so that we could wake up super early for Black Friday. And way back in the day when I was a kid, Macy's used to issue this $25 store credit that was good towards any item. And my Indian mother would just buy out stacks and stacks of newspapers so that she could have stacks and stacks of this store credit. I literally to this day don't understand why my mom is not managing a hedge fund. Like she could literally run a small country if she could. And then she would take all of the kids to the store and use us as these pawns to execute this master plan. And she systematically would tell each of us our missions of like, okay, you're going to the bath department and you're gonna get towels, and then you're gonna get back online and get a shower curtain. And like, she literally would have the catalog memorized, and the order in which we got these items was crucial too, because she knew which items would sell out, because I think she had an algorithm. And then we would go home exhausted and have a huge meal and tally up how much money we spent versus how much money we saved, and that's how my family celebrated Thanksgiving. And I actually didn't realize that this is not normal until I was much older. What else? Yeah, it's a weird time. I haven't seen my parents in a few months, and I had COVID. That was part of it, but even before that, I was really slapped on visiting them. But yeah, no, and it really sucks because, like, you know, you start to feel like a really shitty kid, and it's really terrible. And like in those moments, I really wish that parent-child relationships could be like some of my friendships. You know, where like one night of cocaine makes up for months of neglect. But I actually don't recommend doing cocaine during COVID. And my reasoning is that if I can barely get a shirt shipped to me from outside of the country, like what makes you think there's just kilos of cocaine coming through the border? And anybody doing cocaine right now, I just want to tell you it's definitely meth. And I'll leave you guys with that.
Yay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. I think Jason. Oh yeah, Jason just got here. I think Valerie finally made it. Next, I think we have. And thanks for being here, Priya. Did anybody shame you? Any of your friends shame you for getting COVID?
You know what? Everybody is acting like I have herpes. Like I don't understand why everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but nobody has COVID. Everybody had COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one will tell you once it's over.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like I was just telling everybody because it's like, I don't think there should be a stigma around it. Like you could potentially this is not funny, but you could actually save lives by telling people.
Yeah. True. Yeah. You get a thumbs up from JQ. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Constance is next, and Constance says she just wants to hang out or maybe do some. I don't know. Did you have a?
Well, no, I have some things to actually to talk about you.
Okay.
I got to talk about you.
Okay.
Because, first of all, you invite me on this show.
Yes.
I don't think you realize that I didn't know what the word stoner meant.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
you've been on the show before, though. Like a month ago.
I didn't know then either.
Oh,
I just thought it was like, maybe that's the producer's last name. The Stoner Morning Show. And my husband laughed till he cried when I told him I was, didn't know it. All right, that's one thing. The next thing is,
yes.
I found your teaching videos.
Oh, yes.
I love them. I thought this is terrific. This is one more thing I'm learning from Sean. And so I thought about my life the last few days, and so I went to the 99-cent store. Like, I live in a neighborhood where you go 4 miles and you still haven't found an interesting place to walk. Mm-hmm. So you have to get on the subway, so you can't get on the subway now because of COVID. So you stay in the neighborhood, you go to the 99-cent store. So I went because I needed shampoo.
Yeah.
And so I look at the shampoos, and there's this cheap, big bottle of shampoo. It says it's got vitamin C in it. I thought, well, that's the cheap one, and it's got vitamin C, and the expensive ones don't have vitamin C, so that's not even a problem. I mean, I know what to buy. So I get the vitamin C shampoo and I bring it home, and it works because I did my hair right away, and my hair is not sneezing. And I did like the rest of my body, and like my arm, they're not sneezing, my legs aren't sneezing, nothing's sneezing except sometimes my nose. Mm-hmm. But the rest of me, normal. It's just completely. So, and one more thing about Sean is that he said that we were doing the Stoner Morning Show this evening. And in fact, the show in the morning is like 10 o'clock, and this is like 8 o'clock. So it's 14 hours if you go forward from this show. So I looked it up, and we're in Tokyo.
Well, I have my phone set on a different time zone, so yeah, it's morning for me, according to my phone.
Oh my God, I didn't look you up. What time in the morning?
It's yeah, I'm on Tokyo time at the moment.
You're going to be on Tokyo time no matter what,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
See if you go on admitting you changed it,
Mm-hmm.
we know where you really are.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm confused by this whole show, which I guess I deserve because I confused you by inviting you.
Sweetie, not only all to your credit, it's all your fault too.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I hear that from Jason all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you playing anything these days? You're an accountant musician.
I have, like, because of Zoom.
Yeah.
I have these international music improv meetings. I'm a far out improviser. Like if you
That's why I thought you
wanted,
knew what it was.
if you were a sci-fi movie producer,
Yeah.
and you needed music, I would say me. But now that there's COVID, there's Zoom. Like COVID gave birth to this to this lifespan for Zoom, and I have like friends that I play with in Vienna and Slovenia and Hungary and Mexico and Ireland and St. Petersburg and somewhere else. Oh, New Zealand.
Wow.
So I feel like, just don't even call it confinement.
Are any of them lying though? You could be on a Zoom with somebody who says they're from in New Zealand. They could be like around the corner from you.
Oh my God, that's right. What am I going to do about it?
Oh, I guess just let it happen.
Just say, you're not from New Zealand, are you?
Yeah.
And then if he falls over, then I know you were right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll get back to you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. I should have stated the running order, even though I sent it to everybody. But next we have Kevin, then Sherry, then Val, then Josh, and then Jason. So let's give it up for Kevin Sanchez, everybody. Who I think is also
Kevin!
Yeah.
Jokes or just hanging out. I forget.
Just riff with me or some shit. I don't know. We'll see, man. Like, I've been my dating life has been wild.
Yeah.
Like pre-COVID, after COVID, during COVID, it's just a wild fucking scenario. I got my ass ate in May. I want you to by a girl I met that day.
Mm-hmm.
He's rhyming.
Yeah,
You pay for it?
No, motherfucker, I ain't paying for this. This is the kind of life we're living at. Like, and I was just, I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, she really ate my ass during a pandemic. She really don't care about life. Like, her list of who am I messing with out here? Their list of priorities is so off. And then like, I got a roommate, and he's a savage, and he looks at this person, and he's like, I didn't know we were bringing animals home. I didn't know you were allowed to bring alpacas through the. How do you brought an alpaca past the doorman? How you do that? So now I gotta live with that. Is what I'm saying. Before having roommates, people didn't know who you were fucking like that. And now you got a witness, and that's I don't fucking know anymore. I started opening my life up to white girls. Do you know that? Have I told you this, guys? No, right?
No.
You guys don't know me like that. I've done the Story in the Morning show a couple times. I don't know what I've said on there.
I've heard the rumor though.
I've opened my life up to white women, and what I realize is I can't have well-adjusted white women in my life. It doesn't work. I don't understand how y'all flirt. It's all weird to me. Like what I realize is like if you're well adjusted and you're a white girl, like you have like the tendencies of a new puppy, right? Like if they like start rubbing their head on your shoulder and shit, that means they want to do something. But I don't like it. I don't. They're too well adjusted. They need more trauma in their lives. Like I want a girl who's like working on herself, not like her parents did well by her. I need a white girl whose family introduced her to like secondhand smoke at breakfast. Just Amber, you did your homework? Amber, is Kevin coming by later? I like Kevin. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. And just blows her smoke into her fucking Cheerios. It's gonna give you fucking courage what I'm doing to you right now. So is Kevin coming over? I like the way he smells. He smells fancy. I don't know. Every girl I've ever met named Amber has always had a hard life. Yo, Jason, have you ever? Jason, let me ask you a question, man. I love your room. Every time I see your room, it's fucking awesome.
It's shit everywhere else but here.
I love it. I love it though. I like the color schemes. It feels like me and you're gonna listen to Pink Floyd later.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you a question though, because I feel like you're the only guy who might relate to it. You ever hit a woman?
No. No.
Never hit a woman in your life?
No.
No. For the last 2 years, I've been slapping hoes, and it's crazy because they've been asking for it. Not in like, are you asking for it, lady? Not like that. Like they legit are asking to be slapped. That's how great of a country. Open palm. Open palm. Yeah, like you're having sex with a woman. And you like grab. This is weird to be doing this next to Constantine, but I'm so sorry. This is a wild life that I'm leading. I'm sorry. Right? But these are your granddaughters. These are your kids. They're asking. This is how good it is in America, by the way.
Are you making assumptions about me?
Oh, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't I? Oh man, sorry, Miss Cooper.
You're what? Go on, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Listen, it's just a wild time, man. Like, it's so good here. People like listen. They we've had this president has been a wild guy for 4 years, right? And then for some reason, people think that affects everyone, right? And I think it doesn't, right? Because I don't think anyone who's getting slapped, who's asking me to slap you, is living a horrible life in the state. It ain't that bad. When you're asking for physical harm every night. And at first it was uncomfortable. At first it was uncomfortable to do it, yo. Because they'll shame you if you don't do it hard enough. Yeah. Never been like, I don't know where I'm headed with this. Like most of my relationships, I don't know. Maybe that's why I haven't found the one yet, I guess. It's because maybe I shouldn't be with people who's just openly like being face palmed.
Do you actively seek the ones with crazy eyes, or do they come to you?
I don't even think they have crazy eyes, yo. I feel like
he might need to wear glasses.
I think well, most of these girls just come at me with sunglasses and hangovers. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not they're not trying to, Oh man. I think I'm gonna vote.
Wait. Back to your white girl thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's really weird when a white girl sends you a picture of her father, and then you look at this picture and you look exactly like her father.
Wait, is that what happens to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, Jay.
Evan and Jason date some weird ladies.
We do.
Maybe just that all men look alike.
Dating is easy now, and Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Just maybe all men look alike.
Constance,
Yeah.
Constance, I think they need your dating advice. I think they could use some help.
Do you know I was hired last year to come for an hour to a men's group to show them, they were all men who had trouble meeting women. And I was there as,
What state?
I'd been recruited as an improviser.
What state?
New York.
New York?
New York City.
The city?
Manhattan. I think they came from out of town, and this was like their weekend conference, something or other. Anyway, so I went as the consultant improviser to show them how to improvise.
You're like that Epstein lady.
Sweetie, it was, and they paid me. I mean, it was a paid gig.
Let me tell you something. If you living in this world right now, and it's hard for you to meet women, it's your fault. Let's stop blaming everyone else for your misguidance. If you don't know a woman in 2020, it's your fault.
I know, but I was a guest. I couldn't say.
No. I'm not disparaging you. I'm disparaging these guys. I don't understand how tough. Like, it's really not that. Listen, I'm not the most handsome guy in the fucking world. I'm a chubby sex symbol out there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a chubby sex symbol. I got man tits sometimes, and I still get my fair share of women. Why is it so difficult? It's because you stink. That's why.
Wow.
Look in the fucking mirror sometimes.
Constance and Kevin should do some sort of dating show.
Yeah, Kevin, I'm really glad we met up because we've got a lot to talk about.
Me too, man. I actually do want to talk about it. How much time do I got? How does this work?
I think you're done.
Okay, yo.
Wrap it up, B.
Yo, wrap this. Yo, listen, you guys are great. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. I'm on the show. Got popping. Thank you, guys.
You're a very lovely person. You just sound angry.
I grew up with parents that I was a first generation American, bro. So like the people that helped me grow up didn't understand happiness.
Yeah.
Like, this is what happiness sounds like to them. I'm a reflection of that. So like if you smiled or laugh, like my mom one time she caught me and my brothers laughing, and she legit asked, "Why are you guys happy?" Yeah. So in case you're wondering,
love you, Kevin. Don't ever change.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that, Coach. I'm done. Shut up.
Yeah. Hey, you got 1 out of 9 of us.
There's some secret admirers in here, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Sherry Hazlitt, how's it going?
Good.
Improviser and performer and activist. How are you this evening?
I'm good. I told you I don't have anything. I just wanted to come hang out and say hi. And I mean, I said it. Well, I literally have nothing prepared.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean, you're welcome to follow up with anybody who you've seen perform so far, or just add anything that you want.
Can we hear what the activism is?
Sure.
Yeah, love to.
Well, recently, a few of us, several folks actually, most of them from the Magnet Theater, have been organizing to make calls for the election, for the general election and stuff. We did campaigns, and a lot of folks who've never done anything before have been trying to make a call or do stuff on social media and just kind of engage a little more, which has been really cool, and it's been fun. I used to work in politics, so it's kind of cool to sort of bring art and social justice together in the same place. It's always fun.
Magnet Theater is the improv place, right?
Yeah, actually, Sean is one of the co-owners. Yep, see, thumbs up.
It used to be right across the street from my office on 29th, right?
Yeah.
Still
there.
I always wanted to take an improv class, but then COVID happened, and then
Yeah.
They were offering virtual improv, but I'm not exactly sure what that means.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
I feel like this is virtual improv.
Yeah. It's just sort of like how everything is kind of getting together in the virtual space, sort of figuring out how to translate some things. And a lot of people have enjoyed it, connected, and some, different to do and a way to have fun, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I was telling I just moved, this whole like COVID thing, my big like life upheaval was, I moved out of my apartment after 7 years in New York, like in Brooklyn. That's a long time to live in an apartment in New York, I think, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And,
did you have a great,
what?
Did you have like a good super or something?
I did. Yeah. Like they took care of the interior of the building and like they were fixing yeah, but it was just expensive. And I was like, I think I need to make a different choice. So I did. I moved to a whole new neighborhood and
you have to leave everybody. So
yeah.
I'm not
Hi,
saying
guys.
that. She messaged everybody.
I'm really hungry.
Yeah.
I'm really stoned.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Hey, hope you feel well.
Thank you.
What were we talking about?
Moving out of your apartment.
Moving during COVID. That's like a thing. But I did, and I was like, all right, I'm doing it. And so my roommate is my cousin, which is really cool. And I didn't have roommates before. So I don't know why I even started talking about moving. I have no idea.
Where'd you move?
What?
Where'd you move? Like in New York or a different state?
Yeah, so I'm still in Brooklyn. I live in Prospect Lefferts Gardens.
Okay. Yeah, I know that place.
Yeah, it's thumbs up.
It's by Bushwick, right?
Aren't you in a doesn't everybody speak French?
No, that was my old neighborhood. Actually, I lived in like Borum Hill, Carroll Gardens-ish. That was a French neighborhood.
Oh, Carroll Gardens. That's right.
Yeah. This is like a Caribbean. They call it like Little Caribbean, and Afropunk started here. And there's like, it's kind of, it's like a cool, nice, chill neighborhood right off of Flatbush. And I'm right next to the park, which is cool. So
nice.
Super.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now.
I think, I don't know. Didn't Sean ask you where you lived? I forget. Somebody asked. I don't know. I'm a little stoned too, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's there are a lot of dogs here, which is really cool.
I'm still stuck on the fact that Constance didn't know that we were stoners.
Someone named Stoner.
She's a musician. I thought she knew.
Does Constance smoke?
No.
You don't smoke?
No.
Oh, okay. Never in your life?
Sweetie, I did when I was young and strong, when I was like 20, 25, and I was fatter and I could like tolerate it, but it was like half a dozen times and then no more.
Okay. The weed's better now. The weed's better.
Yeah, but I'm not better. I'm worse.
You know what? You know what you could do? Take some edibles.
Edibles. Constance, check this out.
Yes.
Check this out. Some woman just sent me a whole 305 Feel Goods.
What?
They're like all these things. They're like 350 milligrams a piece.
Because she wants you to be happy.
I'm gonna be so happy.
Get me some.
Stoned or something.
Where are those? What is that?
DM her. She's on 305 Feel Goods on Instagram.
Okay.
Talk to her.
Tell her you heard about it on Stoner Morning Show. Maybe she'll send me some.
Hey.
I didn't get any. But that's all right. Sherry and I just found out that we both do not like the show Queen's Gambit.
Oh yeah, for the same reason, I think, actually.
Yeah, it got bad.
It did. Like I had high expectations because everyone was into it. It felt like Tiger King, like when everyone was watching Tiger King, and I was like, I should watch the thing.
The first 2 episodes were amazing. It was incredible.
I have a question for everybody.
Oh, sure.
Which is, you all have very busy lives, and you're making a living, and you're writing your shows, and you're performing your shows, and then you're traveling home, and then you're good. Do you sleep like 2 or 3 hours a night and the rest of the night you watch television? Where do you get time to watch television shows?
I sleep like 4 hours a night.
While I work.
Wow.
I don't watch that much TV. I'm always like out doing something. I live in like a beautiful like lake, upstate New York. So
is that what I see going on?
The Northern Lights. That's the Northern Lights.
Fantastic. Where are you?
I'm right up above Binghamton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was just snowing like 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeeps.
A lot of the shows we watch is probably I watch it during like on the train or like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like in pockets of time. Well, I mean, the past few months, I feel like there's been a lot of
time. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But that's, I mean, we hope that's unusual, right? We don't know it's unusual, but we hope it's unusual.
Yes. It's hard. I'm selective about what I watch, you know, because you don't always have a lot of time. So like the Queen's Gambit, you know what? I decided, I'm like, I watched the first 2 episodes and I'm like, I'm good. I get it. I don't need any more. You know, it was written by a guy, which is cool. Is same guy directed it. And I heard an interview with him on that Script Notes podcast. He sounds like an amazing writer and like his scripts are great. But the whole show, and Sean, this is what we were messaging about earlier, just totally missed like totally missed the like the female perspective. I felt like the main character almost could have been anyone.
Yeah.
Not female specifically in a competitive environment.
Well, you made the right choice by giving up on it. I went through the whole thing in this last episode. Angered me. It was so bad.
Oh no.
Whatever. Yeah, that's all right. What's up? Jason Planter's here. He's last. What's up, Jason?
Oh, thank God. I thought you were talking about me the whole time.
No, I was. But that's why this time he used his last name to differentiate. He's figured. All right. Well, we have Val, then Josh, then Jason. Hopefully we're not going too late for anybody, you know, but Val, it's good to see you. We haven't seen you since like the summer. How's DC?
It was a party when Biden won.
Yeah. That happened here in New York too.
I went down to the mall with the big sign.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, just I can't resist hoopla. I gotta be part of it. So it's a good time for
that. Well, we're ready for jokes if you want to tell us.
Oh, okay. So not really interested in my personal life. You just
definitely. Oh yeah.
I want to hear about it personally.
Yeah. More.
What's it called? Well, so I'm mixed, and because of that, I get like a lot of really insensitive, stupid questions. You know, like stuff like, "What are you doing with my child?" and "Why are you in my house?" and "Can somebody call the police?" It's really insensitive. I think that holding a baby while you're drunk is a lot like driving while you're drunk, and that you're not gonna do it, but the only way to prove that you're not too drunk to do it is to go for it. And believe in yourself. So let that be a metaphor in life. Go out there and hold the baby of your dreams. If it's not your baby, the fuck do you care, right? Honestly, like I've dropped a baby before, and nothing happens to you. They'll get mad, but it's not your fault. Just flew right out of my arms. I don't know what to say. I don't know. A lot of people want to be like their own brand, and that's cool and everything. I kind of want to just be like the generic comic, you know, like no particular race, and the jokes don't go anywhere, so you can never look them up. And even my name is a person. So I don't know how much more generic it could be. One time I was trying to write an album about robots, and I told my boyfriend that I was going to do this. I told him that I was going to like pretend to be a robot for a few months, and boy did that take a toll on our relationship. But I did, and I for a while I was almost convinced that my name was Application Person, like put together, and chaos ensued because it's fun to pretend. It's fun for me. It's not necessarily fun for everybody around me, but it sure is fucking fun for me. I grew up as the Jehovah's Witness, so if you're wondering why I'm prone to magical thinking, there you go. And it's also the reason why I happen to just fall into advertising. Really good at getting the word out. So now I do that. I don't know, so I don't want to like bring the room down or anything, but I do feel like we need to talk about this just really quick. So I'm from El Paso, Texas, which is on the border of Mexico. And even though like Biden won and everything, we still have kids in cages on the border. And it's like, whatever happens in January, I just hope that we finally put those kids to work, you know? They have just been wasting away when they could have been making inauguration decorations. I mean, you know, those little 4th of July flags? Now they can be made in America. I don't know. This is, you know, this is the United States. If you want, you know, there's no such thing as free lunch. If you want toilet water, you're gonna have to work. So, sorry. Aside from that, I don't know. It's not really a joke, but I do wonder why people don't give enough credit to the guy who invented the bag. Because you think about it, and like everybody talks about like who invented the wheel or reinventing the wheel, but like the bag was just as important. Nobody gives that guy any credit. What do you put on your wheels? Your bags. He did it first. All right, I think I'll end on that. For having me. How long was that? Do I have any more time left?
I don't remember. You probably, I don't know. If you're happy, we're happy. I forget.
Yeah, I should be working on a roast, actually.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I'm kind of fucking off right now.
Who do you have to roast?
His name is Norman.
Some
I don't know, that's how generic he is.
Some a-hole is the correct answer.
Just kidding. He seems like a nice guy.
Cool. Did anyone have personal information that they wanted to hear about Valerie before I cut her off and asked her to tell jokes?
They're like, no, not at all.
What's the role? You grew up a Jehovah's Witness?
Huh?
You grew up a Jehovah's Witness?
I did. I left when I was 28, full 10 years after I was actually allowed to leave.
Wow. Nice. Congrats.
I left when I was like 17.
Until you
were 17? I was like, I'm out.
Well, we have 2 people that are ex Jehovah Witnesses out of 8 of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you baptized?
Yeah.
Oh shit! So you were the real deal. I was baptized too. That's sick. In the Bible.
Wait, do you guys get baptized differently than like regular Catholicism and like?
Yeah, we don't baptize babies. Well, they don't baptize babies. Right. I don't know why I'm talking about it like I'm in it still.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was ex-Mormon, so between the 3 of us, we got a lot of doors being knocked on.
Yeah, this is you're weighing down heavily.
My parents were really liberal when I was younger, though. They were liberal people. I mean, they took me to a Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers concert, like when I was like 12.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Cool Jehovah's Witnesses.
Well, good.
I guess Long Island.
We were cool Mormons because we drank Coca-Cola.
Oh shit! It could be worse. It can always be worse.
Whoa.
Good to
know. Thank you so much for being here, Valerie, and good luck on that roast.
Thank you.
Go get them.
Peace out.
We have Josh and Jason. And
not this one.
How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Look where Coca-Cola led you, man.
Yeah.
Got corrupted.
That was the gateway drug for Sean Taylor.
By the way, little known fact, the first bag was created by God. They're called balls.
It's just a
No,
hard.
but he couldn't divide it. It was like one of those plurals that don't have a
Right. You
singular.
had to keep them together.
Well, that's
Plus,
no good. I don't want to carry a right one and a left one.
You know how
a
you
right
know
one and a-
this? I don't. All everybody here has probably seen a pair. There's a seam down the middle.
There is.
But God didn't think that up. It took a human to think that up.
Oh, okay. I guess we read a different book. Can I have a Jehovah's Witness here to back me up? Come on, man. You know God created balls.
I never read that book.
You were busy reading the Kama Sutra, I'm sure.
Communist Manifesto.
Of course.
I come from New York.
Josh thought he was going to drop some biological knowledge on everyone, and then Constance
I'm sorry. I think I better withdraw. Can maybe
being
if you
attacked
tell
for
me
my
your story,
religious
yeah, I'll come to your way of thinking.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for warming everybody up. I'm an asshole. No, I'm an asshole. I had a rough day. My day started off pretty rough. I was walking down the block and I was attacked by a morbidly obese person. I was verbally attacked. They came towards me because I didn't have my mask fully on, and they were like, "Wow, still no mask." And I said, "Wow, you're still eating a lot of snacks." They were pretty upset, but I moved along with my day. I'm pretty sure I had COVID-19. I'm not so worried about getting COVID-19, but I'm worried about getting over it, because I don't get over things. I'm still in love with this girl from 20 years ago. I used to have a signed Mickey Mantle ball that I fucking burnt with a lighter and ruined its value because I was a stupid kid. I never get over anything, so if I get COVID-19, women will. Someone said earlier that if you're not dating, there's absolutely something wrong with you, and that is an absolute fact, because women will date absolutely anything. Women will. There's books and plays and movies about women who are dating a Civil War character who got hit with a cannonball, and he's nothing but a half of a nub and a face and a mouth flap. They've taught him how to do some sort of Morse code. They made a Metallica song about it.
Sounds good.
I'm from New York City. I'm born and raised. I don't know if you can tell. But there's a lot of things that I think, I know New York City is going to survive and we're going to go back to normal, but it's going to be a long time. People in New York City used to go to work dying. We had the AIDS epidemic. There were people dying of AIDS on the train going, "I got to get to work." You would see this is the 90s. You would see people up until right before COVID, snot coming down their face, eyes full of tears. They look like they're on their last breath. They're heading to their fucking job. You go over to the guy, Poppy, are you okay? You're bleeding. I gotta get to work. I go to the hospital after work. Okay, after work I gotta go. But we can't do that anymore. How much time do I have left here, Sam?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. This I just thought of today. I just want to say it out loud. The fact that we'll never have an Old Dirty Bastard and Oscar the Grouch collaboration breaks my heart.
It does.
Wouldn't that just be the perfect collaboration on Sesame Street? Because now, I have, Kevin can vouch for this. There's commercials now. So they're selling appliances playing Old Dirty Bastard. And now that I think of it, I think Kevin wrote this joke, so I don't know if I can proceed any further.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
No.
Thanks for the children.
Is the government waiting to throw us a vaccine reveal party? They've been talking for 2 weeks. We got it. 95%. 95%. They have the cure for everything. Shouldn't they be like a old Lucille Ball, I Love Lucy, where it's coming off the conveyor belt and they're just giving people shots? I mean, for the people who believe in that type of thing. I have a feeling this is an anti-vax room. Am I right? If this was 30 years ago, you guys would all fucking be in bed because you'd be polio fucking. You know what it is? They just don't want to give Jews any credit. That's what it is. Jonas Salk came up with the vaccine. They're like, it'll kill you. Life will kill you. Let me just take a sip of this. I smoked too much pot while waiting to talk to you guys.
Sorry, my bad.
I felt like I had to participate. What else I want to talk about? We didn't even have garbage cans in New York City. We back when I was younger, you would just throw your garbage out right underneath the car. That was old school New York. Like, you have to be a civil person, you don't just throw it anywhere. You throw it underneath the car, so no one can see it until another car pulls off and drives back on it. Yeah, I have a 7-year-old. He's going to turn 8 years old. I used to be the coolest thing in the world. He used to love me up until a couple months ago. And, we play Fortnite together. Do you guys know what that video game is? Mm-hmm. Fortnite, yes?
Yeah.
You know what? I have my screen only big on Constance here, so I was waiting for her to say
no. You're waiting for me? No.
Constance,
ask me about another video game.
I'm gonna fill you in on it. Remember when you took acid and World War, Vietnam was going on?
I remember when Vietnam was.
You were home, but you were watching the TV while tripping.
No.
Yes, you liar. Listen, CIA is not.
I didn't have a TV.
Of course, you didn't have a TV. So you listened to the radio and you ate some acid, and then you were like,
"Now look here, I was a serious scholar."
I thought you were going to say I was a serial killer. Please.
I went to graduate school. I was serious.
Right. And what country afforded you all that luxury?
The United States.
A capitalist society? You should burn your diplomas.
Why? I can still use them.
Well, until China takes over, but don't worry.
Well, it's not going to be like tonight, is it? Or,
Are you looking at your microchip implant?
You can't see a microchip implant. You
can where I'm from.
You feel it. You just go It's sentient.
Okay. Thank you again for keeping the crowd warm for me. I'll wrap it up with this. What a wasted opportunity the coronavirus is for ISIS. Yeah. Why have they not been on TV day and night saying that they have created this? I just wanted to see if Constance laughed. I'm with the government. We're just checking out.
No, I mean, I think you're completely right. And I think I'm here to tell you that human beings are fallible. They make
even terrorists fail now.
Even terrorists fail. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Yeah. Maybe with someone wise like you to guide them, may their successes be numerous.
Joshua Pallet, everybody. Thank you. Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Man, I never thought I could take you in a fight until I saw that you drink Bud Light Seltzer.
I just use that as a cover. That's all tequila inside.
Okay. Oh, very smart. Very smart. The confluence of the sissiest, most sissy drinks. No, I'm kidding.
You're hurting my feelings, but okay.
I have those. I'm joking. All right, now we're at the end with the headliner, Jason Planigan. Great seeing you, buddy.
Yep. Thanks for bringing me back from the dead. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
This is my first time doing stand-up. Do you like my apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my apartment. I just moved a few months ago. Everybody's always complaining about how there's no space in New York City apartments, but this is kind of an upgrade for me because before this, I was living in a Kohl's dressing room in Paramus, New Jersey. This is really an upgrade. I like it. My internet went out a few days ago, everybody. My internet went out. What a nightmare. This is a terrible time for that to happen. Terrible time, you know? But luckily, I was able to guess my neighbor's Wi-Fi password. It's 7 dead children. It's case sensitive. I don't know how I guessed it. I don't know how I guessed it. Maybe I should alert the authorities or something. I don't know. But the signal's strong enough for me to be here right now. So here we go. I don't know about you guys, but I hate iPhone updates. I can't stand them. You know? What are they for? What difference does it make? Has anyone here ever been like, ooh, this Google Maps is so much better than it was yesterday? Thanks, iPhone. There's 5 new unnecessary iPhone updates on my phone like every day. You know, they're like Kevin Hart movies. Every day there's 5 more of them. How many movies can one guy be in? Impossible. You guys, you remember those days before Google when you had to shovel coal into search engines to power them? Do you remember that? Do you guys remember those days? Hey, I after I figured out that the password was 7 dead children and I'm hooked up to the internet now, you know, I had, you guys have probably read about this coronavirus thing. Trying to keep updated on you know, what's going on. I read this. I read on WebMD. I was on WebMD reading a little bit about the coronavirus, and then I read on WebMD that if your pee is dark yellow, that it means that you need to drink more water. But what if your pee is the color of Windex? Then what? Explain that to me, WebMD. What am I supposed to do? Hey, is everybody staying hydrated here? Huh? You guys drinking water?
Yeah.
All right.
I have some right here. Look.
Yeah, you got to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
You know, I like my water with no ice. You know, when I'm at a restaurant, you guys remember restaurants? Remember back in like 2019 when you used to go to restaurants, you know, like you'd come home from work and your wife would come home from work and you'd be like, oh, what do you want for dinner? I don't want to make dinner. And then you just go out to a restaurant, you eat there. Well, back when I used to go to restaurants, and I would ask for half cold water, half room temperature water. It's like the Arnold Palmer of waters. I do. I miss that. Hey, it's been a tough time for bars and restaurants, right? Bars and restaurants, oh, they're gonna have to make some cuts moving forward. You know, no more matches. If you've been getting your matches from bars all these years, bad news for you. You're just gonna have to buy your matches from the store like everybody else now. Where do you even get matches? Where do you get matches? If they're not in a bowl at the hostess stand, do they even exist? Where do you get matches? Can you buy matchbooks on Amazon? How much is shipping? Bezos is going to make a fortune on matches when this whole thing is over. I'm telling you. Keep your eye on him. Yeah, it was about 18 months ago. They told me I'd never play pro ball again, and I was like, again, I work as a manager at 5 Napkin Burger. I don't even own a glove. What the hell are you talking about? Who? I miss 5 Napkin Burger, you guys. I miss restaurants, you know. To work at the 5 Napkin Burger before I was on my 52nd week of unemployment. I was a manager at the 5 Napkin Burger. People used to ask me, hey, what happens if I use 7 napkins? Is my burger free? Ha. I can't do it anymore, you guys. I can't do it. 5 napkins are too many napkins. The burgers are too messy. People are coming in on their lunch breaks in suits. You know, you want them to ruin their new Perry Ellis tie with a burger that requires 5 napkins? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up a 1 napkin burger right across the street. You guys want a juicy fucking burger without the risk of staining your shirt? 1 napkin burger. And take all the knowledge that I've gotten from the last 4 years of working as a manager at the 5 napkin burger. I'm going to apply it to the 1 napkin burger. You're looking at a millionaire. No more Kohl's dressing room for me. I think it was Oscar Wilde who said that the only thing worse than not being famous is being a famous person's less famous sibling. And I think that's true. For example, we all know Alec Baldwin, right? But hey, when was the last time any of you paid good money to see a Stephen Baldwin movie, huh? Take the Hemsworth brothers. You got Liam, you got Chris, you got Luke. Very handsome. They're very famous. Nobody ever mentions their oldest brother, Lyle. He had a very successful landscaping business in Melbourne, Australia, but he looks like Steve Buscemi, so nobody cares about him. Nobody cares. And nobody ever talks about Boxcar Willie's brother, shipping container Randy. Every morning I wake up. I'm half asleep. You know, I roll out of bed half asleep, and I just barely miss stepping on the giant bear trap that I got at Bed Bath & Beyond. Anybody know of a place that sells smaller bear traps? I said every morning I wake up and I roll out of bed half asleep, you know, and I just barely miss stepping on the giant bear trap that I got at Bed Bath & Beyond. Anybody here know where I can get a smaller bear trap? You think foot fetishists refer to people that they find to be unattractive as butterfeet? I wish I could go back in time 25 years and tell my 13-year-old self that I could get a Phoenix Suns starter jacket for $8 in 2020 and save my parents $200 so they'd love me again. I really do. If there was only a time machine. That's pretty much it, unless you want one more. I don't know.
One more.
Got
Huh?
Jason Planets are
Thank you. That's it. Thanks for bringing me back out of the
good stuff.
darkness there, Sean.
You didn't sound rusty.
Flexing, you know, we're flexing here.
Yeah,
Getting back in shape.
Yeah.
All
You look
right.
good.
Yeah, thank you. You all look very good.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
This quarantine's been good to everybody. Good
Yeah,
looking.
we have all this time.
Yeah.
You know, you can spend the whole day like painting your face.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's a very good time for looking good.
well,
If
it's been
somebody
hard.
looks bad, it's their fault.
See, Constance, it's hard for me because the gyms, I haven't been able to go to the gym. You know?
Can't you
Kudos
just
on
jump
that,
up and
Constance.
down all day?
Yeah,
Why do
well,
you have to go to the gym?
I've been doing the Robert De Niro Cape Fear workout.
Oh, you got back tattoos now?
Yeah, well, not yet. I got a huge stingray.
Yeah.
Jason, was it the 5 napkin on 9th Avenue?
No, it was a 5 napkin in Paramus, New Jersey. Hell of a commute. I live in Brooklyn now. I couldn't be going out to Paramus to work at a 5 napkin burger.
Not these days.
You know, I mean,
Not with these interest rates.
oh my goodness. All right, I gotta get out of here. It's good to see you all, but
Yeah. All right.
do this again sometime.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Good work. We did it.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you.